Patrick works as a lifeguard at the beach. This morning, he starts his shift as usual. But suddenly, he hears a terrible scream. Someone poisoned a guy named Rick. Patrick calls doctors and begins to investigate this case right away. First of all, he interrogates Rick's girlfriend, Erica. She says, "We haven't had any breakfast yet. We decided to go to the beach to sunbathe first. Then Rick went to get some drinks at the beach cafe. He came back to our lounge chairs and we watched one episode of our favorite show. Then I went to the restroom. When I came back, Rick was already unconscious." After hearing her story, Patrick knows for sure that Erica has lied. How did he know? The ice cubes in the glasses haven't melted yet. Therefore, Erica's story is a lie. In the evening, Patrick arrives home. He finds out that his dog, Toby, is missing. Patrick looks everywhere, in the backyard and on the street, but he can't see any traces of his dog. Patrick's neighbor, Mrs. Bold, runs into him and says, "I saw animal control driving around the neighborhood today. I guess they might have taken Toby by mistake." Patrick arrives at the nearest dog shelter and describes his dog. They show him 5 dogs that match his description perfectly. Can you guess which dog belongs to Patrick? Only 2 dogs are wearing collars, so the other 3 are probably homeless. The 4th dog has a different name on its collar, Max. Therefore, the second dog with a nameless collar is Toby. Patrick returns home with Toby. Suddenly, he gets a message from his best friend, Tom. Breaking news! A mysterious meteorite fell in the forest not far from Patrick's neighborhood. He gets on his bike and hits the road to check it out. Patrick can only take one of these 3 routes to get to the location. There are 4 robbers on the first route. There is a huge tree fallen across the road on the second path. And there are 2 lions engaged in a fierce fight at the third route. Can you help Patrick choose the best option? Dealing with the robbers can be too dangerous, as well as meeting the lions. Therefore, Patrick should take the second route and drive around the tree. Patrick arrives at the meteorite crash site. He spots 3 weird details right away. Can you see them too? There's a socket installed in the tree. The owl is wearing human glasses, and some fallen leaves on the ground are purple. Suddenly, Patrick sees a monster moving towards him. Is this monster real? Nope, it's just a puppet. See the ropes? Someone's hiding in a tree and controlling the puppet. Turns out Patrick's friend Tom has pranked him with the meteorite story. Patrick says, "I will forgive you only if you manage to find a matching leaf." Can you help Tom restore their friendship? Here's the perfect match. The guys head home, but it's getting pretty dark, and they get lost. There are 5 routes that they can take, but only one will lead them out of the forest. Can you guess which one? Only the second path leads to the final destination. The next morning, Patrick arrives at work. His boss hands him 5 envelopes with different numbers and says, "I've prepared a $100 bonus for your excellent work this month, but you can only get it if you guess the right envelope. Here's a little hint. I'm an odd number. Take 1 letter from me and I become even." Can you help Patrick make the right choice? The correct answer is 7, because the word 7 becomes even when the S is removed. So Patrick's bonus is in this envelope. Patrick gets a task to go take a boat trip to a desert island and check if everything's fine. He arrives at the shore, hears weird screams from the jungle, and goes to the sound. Oh, thank goodness, it's just a parrot! No! Quicksand! I gotta get out of here! The quicksand swallows Patrick's slippers, but he manages to get out. And now he has to go barefoot. There are 3 possible passages to escape. Which way would you suggest? Unless Patrick is a superhero, the first way will be way too hot. The roses look beautiful, but he can cut his feet with the thorns. And the worms might look gross, but they're harmless. Therefore, the third path is the safest. Patrick leaves the island and decides to walk home through the park. It has a beautiful fountain and a mermaid statue. Oh no! Someone has stolen the mermaid! A policeman interrogates 5 suspects. The first guy says, "I'm late for a business meeting. I don't have time for silly pranks." The second suspect says, "I didn't steal anything. I was just jogging here as usual." The third one says, "I was waiting for my girlfriend. I don't know what happened." The fourth guy says,
I was taking selfies with my dog.
and the fifth one says, "I was just eating ice cream. Is that a crime?" After hearing their answers, the policeman knows for sure who the thief is. How did he know? The mermaid could only be removed by stepping into the water. Only the fourth guy's jeans are wet to the knee. Therefore, he's the thief. Patrick arrives home and takes 2 pictures of his dog for social media. Can you spot 5 differences between them? Here they are. It's getting pretty late, but Patrick can't sleep. He decides to go for a walk with his dog. They're passing by the local amusement park, and suddenly, for reasons unknown, the lights turn on and it starts working. Patrick calls the police and they arrive right away. They enter the park and see 2 people, the cashier and the security guard. Both claim that they have nothing to do with this mystery. The cashier says, "I live nearby, so I ran here as soon as I noticed that the park was working." And the security guard says, "I walked around the park after closing time. Everything was fine, so I decided to take a nap, and the music woke me up." After hearing their stories, the policeman arrests one of them. Can you guess who and why? The policeman noticed tickets and money in the cashier's pockets. Looks like he decided to earn some extra money after closing hours. The next day, Patrick gets an invitation to Tom's birthday party. He arrives at the address. There are 3 doors with some posters on them. Patrick calls Tom and asks which door he should enter. Tom says, "You need door C." Patrick looks around from the floor to the ceiling, but he doesn't see any signs. Then he removes the poster to see what's going on under them. But the doors don't have any letters or numbers. Can you help him choose the correct door? Here it is. The C poster implies the letter C. Patrick enters the apartment and finds himself in the middle of a fancy party. But one detail freaks him out. Can you see it too? Take a look at these ladies' shadows. Someone swapped them. The next morning, Patrick arrives at work. He unlocks the storage room and finds out that someone has cut their brand new inflatable boat. but yesterday it was perfectly okay. Patrick questioned 3 coworkers who have a copy of the storage room key. Molly says, I arrived at work 10 minutes ago and I went to the dressing room to apply sun cream. I haven't looked at the boats yet. Stan says, I arrived 30 minutes ago, but I spent the entire time outdoors drinking my morning smoothie. And Kim says,
I came here 10 minutes ago and went to the shower right away.
I was partying all night, so I needed to wash my hair and freshen up before the workday. I have no idea who did it. Who's lying? According to Kim, she has just washed her hair, but it's dry. Therefore, her story is fake.
That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.